Hey everybody, it's Shelly, creating happy Mondays. What is your dream job? So I posed that question on Facebook on a Law of Attraction group this morning, and I got quite a response. And I'm trying to get at least every single comment that was on there. And a few I have responded to. And the few that I've responded to are people I will just give a few examples. One person was a truck driver and she wanted to be a comedian or an actress. And so my question to her was, what can you do to start getting your comedy out there? Assuming if she wanted to be an actress, she wanted to be a comedic actress because she wants to be a comedian. And she was like, I have no idea. And here I am on YouTube spreading the word about law of attraction and living a better, happier life. And so I just put that. You could do a YouTube channel. She could literally set up her phone with her camera on her phone and do what I'm doing right now, but do comedy and make fun of other drivers and talk about what it's like to be on the road and joke about it. And I mean, she could have a huge following. If you look at any freeway, there are thousands of truckers all over the place delivering everything for us. And she could be one of those. She could turn that job, because she hates being a truck driver, she could turn that into so much fun. And so I just put it out there. I think so many people just get so stuck. You know what I need to do really quick? So many people, I need to share. So many people get so stuck in what they are currently doing and they don't see any way out. And the thing is it's not like you have to go from truck driving to comedian and you have to make that leap and it has to happen tomorrow. It can happen slowly and organically. And honestly, daily video. Share the news feed, post to Facebook. Okay. Put that out on Twitter too. Okay. Sorry about that. I just had to share. So you can just start, in small little bites. You don't have to quit your job and go, open a bakery, or quit your job and, start your wholesale business or whatever it is. You start doing what you want to do on the side, and then you build it up. And eventually it becomes so big that you have to quit your job in order to take care of your side hustle. And so that's the goal, is to just turn it into something so big. But then there's this other factor that gets in there where you start doing your side hustle or your dream job or whatever. And then you realize, I don't want to do this at all. I really enjoy crocheting, but I don't want to turn it into a business. I just really enjoy doing it on the side. But what you can do with that is you can turn that into teaching people how to crochet. So you thought you wanted to crochet stuffed animals and sell them on Etsy. And then you realized, I'm just going to sit there and crochet 24/7 and nobody's really going to pay me that much money for the little, wiener dog or unicorn that I made, because nobody really wants that stuff. But I can teach other people how to crochet stuff so they can crochet stuff they want, because maybe they do have that granddaughter that wants the crocheted unicorn, and it means more because it comes from you, or whatever. So you can there's so many aspects of what you can turn your dream job into. And so I'm a reseller. So I go to thrift shops and garage sales, and I find stuff that I can buy cheap and I can resell. And just an example, I went to a garage sale this weekend, and it was a fundraiser garage sale for some sort of, I want to say heart disease or something. And it was just at somebody's house, and she had obviously got a whole bunch of people together to donate stuff. And I noticed the shoes. There was a pair of Toms, and if you don't know what Toms are, they're just these little canvas flats, and I believe their first, what their claim to fame is for every Toms you buy, they also donate a pair of shoes to somebody in a third world country. And don't quote me on that, but I think that's what their, thing is that they do, which is great. But Toms are also really comfortable, nice slip-on shoes. I have a couple pairs. I absolutely love them. You can just throw them on and go. So I love Toms, and these were in really good shape. So I asked, how much are the shoes? And she said $2 a piece. And I'm like, okay, I'll totally take the Toms because they're still in really great shape. And I know I can get at least 10 or 20 bucks for them. So I grabbed those. And then these boots caught my eye. And they were just like these rubber rain boots, but they just looked like they were well made. So, how well made can a rubber rain boot be? But I grabbed them. And as soon as I grabbed them and looked at what, I flipped them over to see if I could find a brand on them, they're Coach boots. This lady has no idea that she has a pair of Coach boots sitting there. And I was like, so $2 for the boots too? And she goes, oh yeah. And so I went ahead and grabbed those and the Toms. And then I looked and there was a Tory Burch purse. But I noticed it had all these little nicks in the leather, like it'd been, not like it'd been cut up, but it had been stored somewhere where it got, snagged on something, or I don't know. And she wanted $3 for the Tory Burch purse. And then I kind of was like, yeah, well, it's got all these little cuts in it. And she goes, oh, clear nail polish will take care of that. And I'm just like, that's not going to fly if I'm selling a Tory Burch purse to somebody that wants a nice Tory Burch purse. So she's like, I put it back and she goes, I'll take $2 for it. And I was just like, no, that's still not worth it to me, because it's just, you sell something like that to somebody that wants a nice quality purse, they're going to be upset. Even if you do note that it has all these little nicks and rips in it, it's like, never mind. But anyways, so I have a pair of Coach boots that I paid $2 for. Honestly, I haven't even done the comparables on them to look at what other boots like that have sold for, but I know at $2. I mean, even if I got $10 out of them, the return on investment is huge. So that's what I do. My favorite part of that job of reselling is going out there and finding the stuff. I love going to garage sales. I love going to thrift shops. I mean, you can put me in a Goodwill and I'll forget to eat. Like I absolutely, it's like, I go, oh yeah, the dog's in the crate. I need to go home. It's been 3 hours. Or, oh, I should probably leave because my stomach's growling and I really do need to eat today, So that's how I am in a thrift shop. And so I've just been putting it out there. God, it would be so nice if I could just find something that I could do like with this and not have to do so much listing, because then I bring those things home and I have to individually list them. So I have to individually photograph and list this sweater, and I don't do it that way. I don't like photograph the sweater and then bring it to the computer. I photograph a bunch of stuff at once, put it all in one of my IKEA bags, bring it into my office, and then go through and list. But I still have to list everything individually. So I'm measuring everything out. I'm describing, it's got a chunky knit. It's, 22 inches from armpit to armpit, so I'm just like, it would be so nice if I could just go buy a bunch of stuff and then sell it all without having to list each individual thing. And then yesterday I stumble upon this video, and this woman is offering this service where she connects buyers of used clothing to resellers who don't have the resources to do it. So it's like stay-at-home moms that can't really get out of the house that often because they're home with little ones. Handicapped people that just can't leave the home very often. People that live in rural areas who don't have these amazing thrift stores to thrift at. And so I can go to, I have an outlet, an Goodwill outlet here in my area. There's actually several of them. And I can buy clothes by the pound, $1.29 a pound. So if I get a bunch of like little t-shirts and tank tops and, lightweight items, accessories or whatever, I can lot them together and sell them all to somebody who can then resell them however they want to individually. But I'm providing a service, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I found it. So it's like you just start putting things out there like that. Like, I resell. So I So I go out there and find the items, and I love that part of it. But then I have to come home and photograph and list them, and then I have to ship them when they sell. And I've totally got all that stuff down. I'm obviously doing it and making okay money doing it. But then you put out there, like, okay, like say that truck driver, she starts putting that out there and putting content out there on YouTube, and everybody just starts following her because she's hilarious and she's talking about other drivers. And if you've ever driven down a freeway, you know how ridiculous some people can be while they're driving. And so then all of a sudden she's like getting a following, and then she gets people going, hey, are you going to do a show anywhere? And because she's a truck driver, then she can go ahead and stop in all these towns. If she's like a state to state truck driver, she could stop in these towns at these comedy clubs or nightclubs or whatever and do her little comedy skits, or stand, whatever they're called, I don't know. And then she can get in her truck and move on, and then even do like a video about, oh, I was just in Philadelphia and I had a great time at the blah 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 club, and shout out to Judy, who tried to heckle me, and we ended up having a drink together. When you do that, the cool thing about this internet thing is you can just do so much with a dream job. Like there was a guy in Nigeria who got a hold of me this morning, and I know Nigeria, but whatever. And he's like, I'm into tech, and I want to find something that I can do online and have my own business. And I was like, be a virtual assistant. There are so many business owners that need virtual assistants. And if you have IT, internet, I think it's internet technology. If you have, if you have that experience, there's so many people that don't. Like, I don't know how to put a website together. I would totally hire a virtual assistant to do that. And so, I put that out there to him, and he's like, okay, well, what kind of qualifications do I need? I'm like, I don't know. That's not what I want to do. You go find that out. Like, I'll hold your hand for a minute, but I'm not going to, pull you through the whole thing. Like, you have to take responsibility for that. But he might look into the IT virtual assistant thing and find out that there's like a company that wants to hire him, full time, and he can do it remotely, or there's a company in Nigeria that needs him, or whatever. You just start with your dream job, and you do some little snippet to make that happen. And then you stay open to all the other things. So like I said, like if you decide you love crocheting and you're going to crochet doilies, and then you realize nobody wants to buy your doilies, but people want to learn to crochet their own doilies for their own house or whatever, or their own relatives. And then you can teach that, and you can teach it online. You can teach it in person. You can teach it, you could put a book out. There's lots of books on crocheting. It's just like whatever you love to do, there's a niche for it, and there's a way to get it out to the people with the internet. It's just amazing. So I'm going to close with that. Start your dream job. Do it on the side. Even if it's only an hour a day. People are like, oh, I don't have time or energy. Well, if you really want it, you have to make it happen. And you start small. Don't think that, you're going to start a video on crocheting doilies and you're going to have 1 million followers by this time next month. You're going to have 1 million followers by this time in 3 years. It's a process. And if you're not having fun during the process, find something else to do. Like, figure out what you love to do, because you have to be enjoying it. If you want your own business, you have to live it. If I'm in line at the grocery store and I hear somebody behind me talking about, oh, I really should eBay those things, I will literally turn around and go, I'm an eBay seller. Here's my card. If you need any help, just let me know. That's just because I'm passionate about it. And I'm passionate about this, like finding your dream job, law of attraction, starting to do what makes you happy. You can talk to me about that for hours. I will absolutely love it. But if you're like, hey, Shelly, I want to sell cell phones on eBay, I'd be like, that's great. I can tell you about eBay and I can tell you about selling things, But you need to find somebody who is really good at selling cell phones or video games on eBay, because that's not me. I sell clothes on eBay. And I've even thought about, oh, I should do cell phones. There's people that are making literally tens of thousands of dollars per month selling cell phones, used cell phones or used electronics on eBay and other platforms. But the thought of bringing a cell phone, like right now, people, I have 2 cell phones just sitting here. They're just old cell phones that we found in a storage unit when we bought a couple storage units this summer. They're just sitting here. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know how to test them or wipe them, or even, like, that just sounds grueling to me. Would I love to make like $20,000 or $30,000 a month selling cell phones on the internet? Yeah, I'd like the money part of it, but the rest of it sounds horrible. So you got to find something that you love. Okay, so if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, the thumbs up, click on it. And then you can subscribe and hit the bell if you would like to know when I'm on and have a new video. And thank you for watching. I have 1 live viewer, so thank you to whoever that is. And I have 1 thumbs up. Yay. So you start small and you build up. Have a great day. Happy Tuesday. Go have some tacos. Taco Tuesday. Bye.